Hey, what is going on, you guys? It's Stupid Player NegativeAE, and welcome to Vagante. I wanted to do a video today because I know that a lot of the questions on my Vagante videos are, how do you unlock this, or what are you using here, or can you do a quick video on what it takes to unlock everything. And I can do a quick video telling you how to unlock all this stuff. Now, be careful if this empty space is any indication of how many perks they're planning to put in the game. It's going to be, there's going to be a lot more coming. This is build 53B, so if they do add more perks or happen to fill this up, I will definitely come back and explain how to unlock those as well for you guys. Now, this is what I have unlocked so far. Obviously, look at all this empty space again. There's a lot that needs to be unlocked still, or given to me to unlock, because there's just no way to unlock these things over here. But I have everything currently in the game, so I want to go through one by one and explain a little bit about how to do the things. Obviously, it says it down there. So Wildling, just reach the forest. It shouldn't be too hard. The dark caves, although annoying, all you have to do is get past it. I don't care if you speed past it by rushing past all the bosses or do something like that. You'll have the fourth character. Even if you don't fight any of the bosses, all you have to do is touch the forest. Random. This is kind of the random select mode. It makes things a little bit interesting. You have to beat the catacombs, which means get to the fourth world. This is significantly harder to do. I wouldn't worry about getting the random for a while. And you probably want to stick and find your main character that you want to play. Reaching the catacombs or beating the catacombs really takes a little bit more than just rushing past everything. Although you could probably still do it. It'll be a little bit harder to beat, a lot harder to beat the catacombs just by rushing through it. So you want to you want to make sure that you have a little bit of an understanding of the game, even though I rush past the catacombs all the time. So I mean, you're probably fine. Deprived. This is stupid. You probably don't want this, but you get it when you unlock the Wildling. You don't have anything. That's what deprived is. Strong. Die 10 times while playing Vagante. This is the best early game perk in the game. It's the best early game perk. You will not find a perk better than this for a while. I remember using this all the time when I started out playing Vagante. It adds one to your strength, which doesn't seem like much, but when you get in the game, you start killing things in 2 hits. When with Knight, it usually takes like 3 hits. I don't know. It just takes a little bit less time to kill things, and I like that. Merchant. I don't notice a difference. I wish that when I was merchant and I had merchant equipped, it would show me the price reduction. But really, what it does is it gives you a reduction on all the shop prices. And it doesn't feel like it, but we'll see. Illiterate. Read 100 scrolls. 100 scrolls, it's not easy, especially when you get cursed all the time. Or it is easy, especially when you get cursed all the time. You have these uncursed scrolls that you need to find, and just popping scrolls whenever you get them should get you this. Illiterate makes it so you cannot read scrolls or books. It makes it so you start out with 5-ish bombs. It's either 3 or 5 bombs, but they're really helpful for taking down bosses if you are confident that you will not get cursed, or you check everything on the unshackled, and I'll do a video on statues later. But if you check everything with the unshackled statue, you should be good here. And as long as you have unshackled statues, sometimes they don't even spawn. Survivor's really good. Die 100 times while playing Vagante. That's really good. The Survivor makes it so when you heal at the fire, you heal for more. It is really helpful. It's my alternative when to Strong. But again, you need to die 90 more times to get Survivor, which you don't get for a while, obviously. Unless you're just going in and dying immediately, which, you know, that could be a strategy actually. If you really want Survivor, you heal a little bit more in between levels. It's not a bad perk at all. Bookworm, read 20 spell books. I believe what this does is when you learn a spell, it starts at level 2. It really helps when you're a mage and you want to go spellcaster mage. I think that spellcaster mage has fallen out of the meta, although I do know some people that use it on Reddit and say that it's really good. But it has received like a lot of nerfs. But who knows? Maybe with the addition of rods, I could see a huge spellcaster comeback because rods are really good. But then again, you would want enchant. I don't know. But yeah, Bookworm. Aesthetic. Collect 10,000 gold while playing Vagante. It's harder than it sounds. When you start to get good, you can collect a lot of gold a lot of fast, especially if you start killing all the shopkeepers. You can collect a lot of gold from them. Aesthetic makes it so you have a boost to every stat. So this doesn't really help anymore. I think one of the stats it doesn't boost though. I forget which stat it doesn't boost. But basically what happens is because you have a boost to all those stats, you lose your ability to pick up gold, which kind of sucks, especially if you find something really good in the shop. You just need to kill that shopkeeper. But who knows? Maybe you're confident enough to where you believe that you can just kill shopkeepers hands down. There is a way where you can kill shopkeeper without him inflicting any damage to you. I've seen it. However, I'm not good enough to pull that off. I don't know if you are. But if you are, this is definitely a really good perk, like minus the gold not being able to be picked up. Farsighted, shoot 400 arrows. I hate this one. This one does not make any sense to me. You have basically you have better damage at long range, but you miss attack sometimes at close range. It kind of sucks. It really does. The only way that you would make this useful is if you saw all your enemies coming before they got to you, and you were able to get away far enough away that you could shoot an arrow at all their enemies, because otherwise you're going to be missing attacks, and missing attacks right when someone's about to attack you sucks, because then you're going to take all of that damage and you're not going to get the hit stun off that you need to get away. I hate this one. I wish it was I wish it was different, but I do like the ability that you do more damage at longer ranges but have trouble with shorter ranges. I just wish it wasn't a miss. I wish it wasn't a miss when it happened. It would make it a lot better. Snake Eater, drink 5 poison potions. This is a necessity if you're going potion mage, and it also helps out, especially if you're quaffing potions constantly and all you get is poison potions. What Snake Eater does is makes it so that whenever you drink a poison potion, you get health back, like a regen potion. However, your regen potions do less for you. It's a toss-up. A lot of the times I would take this in my early phases when I didn't know which potion was which. I'd use my identify scrolls on it because I didn't want to be cursed. But my logic was flawed, because then I could just use an uncursed scroll. But yeah, this is definitely helpful. I use it on potion mage all the time. Sometimes I even use it on knight if I don't know what other perk to take and I don't want to take strong or aesthetic. I usually take this one. Wanted, killed by a shopkeeper 10 times. Wanted is pretty cool. You start with a magic ring, and the shopkeepers want it. So whenever you pass by a shopkeeper, you're instantly wanted for the magic ring. Magic ring gives you +3 intelligence. It's up to you whether you take this or not. I don't know. Having the shopkeepers aggroed right off the bat when you have no gear is a little bit tough. But then again, you could be okay with that. Armored, obviously, there's one of each of these. Beat the game as the knight. I think there's one for everybody. Everybody gets their own special ability when you beat the game with them. So Knight is armored. You start out with +2 defense shield and a -1 or a minus attack to your sword, which kind of sucks, but you take way less damage. So you have to, there's a toss up that you have to gamble on. Do you want more defense in the thing of attack? And like, you can get a new sword pretty easy, but I don't really find armor that fast, so I think that's why I like this a little more. I don't know. Death's Allocate. Wow, this sucks. So Death's Allocate took me, it was the last thing I unlocked, so don't be afraid if you don't want to do this your first couple tries. But basically, you know those items where you equip them and they bring your health down to 1 and it says death becomes easier to encounter? If you put that on and last 3 full levels with it on, don't take it off or anything during those 3 levels, you will get Death's Allocate, or Acolyte. I always say Allocate, but there's no L there, it's Acolyte. But you will get this. Basically what this does is it brings your health to 1, but it gives you a massive damage bonus. Massive damage bonus. You will not, a lot of the times, maybe if you're looking to challenge yourself and you never lose health during a Vagante run, this is definitely the perk for you. It'll make it so bosses and everything are trivial, but you have to not take damage again. It's tough, and usually you can make it work with the Knight, although I don't know if they patched that where you can use Second Chance to kind of be okay, but it's still tough. It's still really tough to even get that far. This sucks also. Wisp Curse. You just die by a wisp 3 times. Basically, it's a challenge. It's a challenge perk. Basically, the green wisps fly from right to left, and they wave. And if they hit you, you're insta dead. Just to challenge yourself a little bit. If you get bored of the game, there's something that you can do. Nimble. It's completing this jump puzzle right here. This jump puzzle is very difficult, although they made it a little bit easier with the ability to do that. But you still need to do this. Jump to here, then jump to here, and then you're gonna jump all the way over to that top ledge over there. It took me a long time to do that, although if I would say like 30 minutes of just doing that over and over again would make it so you would be able to do that. But yeah, basically what Nimble does is it makes it so you're faster. You're a little bit lighter on your feet, so you can jump a little bit farther. It really helps if you're having trouble with spike pits and stuff like that, and you can't deal with them anymore. Do this jump puzzle. I think it'll really help you out with some of the spike pits that are in this game. It really sucks. Boomerang, obviously, beat the game as the rogue. You start the game with a boomerang instead of a bow. I don't know about you guys, but I don't use my bow very often. But boomerang is not much better. I think boomerang is awful, but I can see the appeal if you can make it so it can come back to you, or you're comfortable to go picking it back up again. The only reason I don't like boomerang is sometimes it falls in spikes, sometimes it falls on top of boulder traps. There's not much that you can do if it does that, and then you have no boomerang left, and you just out of range weapon, which kind of sucks. I wish it would always come back to you and make the boomerang a lot better. Find, make this a lot better, but I understand why it doesn't come back to you, and that's why I dislike it. Heirloom, beat the game as a mage. You start the game out with a magic ring instead of a wand. This really helps out, but at the same time, you lose your wand, so you can't do any damage with your fist pretty much. It's a toss-up. It is a very big toss-up, and a lot of times you have fairy magic on your wand, and I'll go into this in the future, but fairy magic really helps out with spells and stuff, so having this magic ring is definitely a boost to damage with your spells, definitely spellcaster mage and stuff like that, but I don't know. Will of the Elements is a weird one. I value this one, but I also hate it. Will of Elements is when you beat the game as the wildling, you get this Cestus that when you attack with the Cestus, you have a chance of getting shocking, burning, or gosh, I forget what the last one is, but you get 3 elements, and you can do a ton of damage with those elements, but you only do about 1 to 2 damage. 2 if you're lucky, and if you have enough strength. The problem obviously is you won't do any raw damage. You have to rely on your elements to do everything, which I don't have a problem with. And I'm going to explain why. Because a lot of all of these are just to help you get a better start as the person, obviously. And it doesn't really matter what really they do that's stupid. It's you're gonna have better gear in a second anyway, right? Like, you're not gonna keep this boomerang the entire game. You're gonna find a better bow that has better dexterity, right? You're gonna find a better ring that does better stuff. You're gonna find a better cestus. You're gonna find a better claw. Oh my goodness, claws. And you're gonna find a better armor. And it's just that. These are just to help you get better at the beginning. Training dummy, destroy 10 shrines. This is not easy, folks. The safe one to destroy without taking any damage is the holy statue. The one that heals you, the one that looks like a fountain now. That's the safe one. It destroys your vision, like it gets rid of your thing. But if you're just looking to unlock the training dummy, this is this guy up here. He like says stuff if you hit him too much, and he's sad when you hit him. He's like a sentient training dummy. Makes me laugh a little bit. But he's not gonna say anything. But yeah, that's the training dummy. They just destroy 10 shrines, use a bomb, attack it. Some of them do like tons of damage to you, some of them don't. It's just a gamble, really. And these are all these are all the music, the alternate music themes. The alternate music themes are actually pretty cool when you hear them. There's the alternate Plane of Despair theme. This is the Fourth World theme. You have to beat the game. Unfortunately, that's just how it is. You gotta find your best character. This is why I say stick with strong, find your best character, and go through it that way. Beat the game. Alternate Catacombs theme. Beat the Catacombs. You see where this is going. Alternate Forest theme. Beat the forest and beat the cave. These are all really cool themes. I really like Sam English, the guy that does a lot of the music tracks in this game. They're all really cool, and I definitely like all of them. So if you can do these, try and do them. Although you're going to have to try to unlock something that you like. Like if you're using Mage, maybe Strong won't be the best. Survivor will probably be really good for Mage. Or Snake Eater, if you're going Potion Mage. There's a lot of stuff in Vagante. I wish you luck in unlocking all of the stuff. It's really cool just being able to just not have to worry about what I want to do. Although, cherish it, because now that I've unlocked everything, I don't really have any drive to play, which is a problem that I didn't really foresee in the past. Thank you guys so much for listening to me ramble about all of the abilities in the game. I really appreciate each and every one of you, and I will hope to see you guys in the next episode. Peace out, you guys.